Let's go, guys. Ball and Beyond talks.
Yes, sir.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Ball and Beyond talks. We are back again to cover the football stories. Join us for interesting football stories every week. We'll be going live from now, so it'll be interesting. And I have with me here Kavindra and Pipu.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
guys, okay, hold on. Just let me verify if this
Yeah, it's looking
is.
good on YouTube.
It is good on YouTube, but I'm not sure about Instagram though. Let me see. How do you see where okay. Give me 1 second. Let me switch my account. Okay. Let me see. All right. Should be going live, though I can't see it yet.
Can we
Can
verify
this
with somebody?
I'm really not sure. All right.
Let me log out and check. Um,
I'm on different profile here, but I can't see it, so
no, it's not live yet in Instagram yet. That's fine.
yeah, that's fine, no problem.
Yeah, no shit.
Yep. I don't know how that works, but okay. So all right, so let's go, guys.
Coffee looking good, man, with these pics.
Thanks, people. You too, okay? With the headsets and all.
I need the same specs, man, like you.
You want it?
give
Yeah,
me
I can
one.
give
You look good though. You look good on you.
Thanks. Maybe with the Barca jersey, it's looking good, I guess.
You got that right.
You gotta give me 1 second, but let's continue with the stories. So let's talk about what do you call it? Champions League. Where do you want to start? Champions League, Premier League, whole bunch of stories.
Yeah, let's start with Premier League first.
Premier
Mhm.
League,
Yeah.
Yeah.
alrighty. I mean, there were like lots of interesting results,
Yep.
especially with Tottenham and Manchester City. I mean,
Mhm.
with looking at the Manchester City form, people were kind of skeptical with Man City winning Tottenham, but again, Tottenham was losing the game before that, and everybody was expecting Manchester City will win this one, but that that marginal win against Manchester City by Tottenham is really crazy. That's one of the I think big game of the last week, right? Was it
Right.
last week? Yeah, it was the last week after
Yeah.
international break.
Mhm.
And in terms of that game, who do you think was the key player for Tottenham that made the whole difference?
For me, I mean that game was total sensational, right? And what a game Tottenham played at Etihad, and it was City's home, right? So what a game it was, and it was surprising to see City underperforming, right, in the big games like this. And it's Pep's side, so it's really surprising this with those kind of it was 4-0. Was it 4-0? Yeah, it was 4-0, right?
Yeah, it was 4-0.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was it was a massive massive score, and then still our guy Haaland still struggling. I don't know what's going on with that guy. He has been scoring bangers in Norway, and then when it comes to Shitty, he's not performing well these days. I don't know what's going on. And talking about Tottenham Spurs key players, I think in that game I saw Madison, Son, and also this guy Kulisevsky, right? He man,
Yes.
he is good. He has been brilliant in that right flank. That caught back passes, crosses, any kind of ball he can supply to the box. And that's what I noticed. And even Son, man, he has been trying to score the finesse from the left flank, right, with his right foot, and also trying to put that assist for the forwarders. And it's also one good add-on they have this season is this number 9 Solanke, right? So they're a total good team right now, and then they're still fighting for to get into the top four, and it's not that much of difference to get into the top four and then get that place in the Champions League in next season, right? So I think they will for sure fight for that, and then. What a thrilling performance from those three players. I would say the key players at the tournament right now are those three players that I just named.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, Tottenham, they did their best in the attacking sense. I mean, defense wise, there were couple of I mean, couple of chances. City did not capitalize properly. I would say, Haaland got a couple of chances, and one key thing about that game was why was Pep Guardiola not bringing De Bruyne and
Earlier.
yeah, earlier in the game.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
when De Bruyne got into the pitch itself, Haaland got like 3 or 4 passes, good passes to subbed up to him. I mean, they were defended, of course, but I think De Bruyne is the only guy who can feed Haaland. Other player, I'm not sure about other players. They can't create in that team. I mean, they know how to
Yeah.
dribble, they know how to do all this cool and fancy stuff, but they don't really have that vision to pass the ball into the box so that Haaland can be a real threat to the opposition.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. So I think we shouldn't be surprised with the Manchester City loss, right? Because we saw in the UCL game as well. I mean, they lost against Sporting CP. That was an embarrassing loss for City as well. From there as well, we can capitalize like the City's form has not been that city from which we saw like 2 years, 3 years earlier, right? So definitely Tottenham they played well, but the
mhm,
mindset the City player have,
mhm,
they have not got it strong yet. So they need to get it more strong, like they had it 2 3 years ago, and they need to fight back, and that's what it can help at the moment. And Pep Guardiola, looking at that man right now, uh, I feel sad as well in the pitch. So the way he reacts, right? The goals being considered. Even Tottenham, they had like two of the main defenders injured. I mean, Romero was not there, and I think it was a Van de Ven or someone. Yeah, they were
yeah,
not
Van de
there.
Ven, yeah,
Even with them, without them as well, they were not able to score the goals. So it's quite concerning for the City fans right at the moment.
yeah. That is for sure, right?
Exactly.
I
And
mean,
that Butter Boy, I think Madison. What a player he is, man! Oh my God! In his birthday, scored like 2 goals, and the second goal was the best goal for me. Wow, wow! The combination of Son and Madison, it's really getting good. And yes, I think Utsav he told in the chat as well in our chat, MSK on fire. Definitely, Tottenham was on fire on that day.
yeah, yeah, totally, totally. That's. I mean, you know, um, I mean, there is um, there is one thing about Madison. Whenever he does not play good, he
Mhm.
does not play really good. He like plays really bad. You think like, how is he even a top level player? And when he plays good, you came to think like, what is this player?
Yeah.
Exactly right. Exactly.
I mean, his consistency is like going uphill and downhill, just like your stock market.
Yeah, I think that is the reason why he has not been in the England squad as well, right?
Yeah,
Due to the
yeah. I mean,
consistency.
mhm.
So definitely yes. Madison, he's a good player. Sometimes, sometimes not.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the story of City and Tottenham game.
Tottenham.
Madison was
Yeah.
in charge, the birthday boy. He steal the show, and then Holland again. He's trying to be humble still.
Be humble, huh?
Be
I think
humble, huh?
I think Pep is missing one guy for sure, big time this season, right? One and only Rodri. So
Oh yeah,
after he's not
yeah,
with
yeah,
him,
for
they're
sure.
like losing big time. So their gameplay is like lacking a lot of holding gameplay. And then I like you said, De Bruyne should be in the pitch earlier than what he was, right? So that the tactically and also technicality will change if he was in the pitch earlier than what
Yeah,
than that, right? So I mean, conceding 4-0 at home in Etihad, man, that was something else, man.
yeah. I mean, that is so true. I mean, we were talking about Rodri, right? Before, I mean, he was the key player for Manchester City. I mean, it was pretty obvious. He was dictating the play. He was doing all the dirty work as well. He was
Mhm.
doing. He was scoring goals as well. You know,
Yep.
good, good bangers. And then there comes a part where Rodri gets injured, and now all of a sudden City looks weak. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I feel like Pep Guardiola is probably bored and he stopped giving lectures to his player and they stopped performing better. But I don't know. I mean, it can be anything. But definitely, it's a really really surprising turn for Premier League. Another interesting thing about Premier League is from 12th position where Manchester United currently is to the second position. There is only how many points difference? 22 versus 16. That's literally how much? 4, 5, 6 points.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's like
8 points.
8 points. Okay,
Yeah,
oh my god, that's like you know you can imagine the level of competitiveness there. Even
exactly.
one game can make a lot of difference. You can be
Mhm.
winning 2 or 3 games and you will be in the top four. That's really crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, see
Premier
the see
League
the
is
difference,
real
right?
tough.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead, Kobe.
No, no, like we said,
Mm.
Premier League, it's really the when you watch the game as well, you can feel the intensity in the
Mhm.
Premier League games, right? I mean, both the teams they have that attacking chance, they score the goals, and likewise we can see those reflected in the points table as well. So right now, I think Liverpool they are way away from other teams, but
Mhm.
definitely from second to like you said, 12 point, it's a real competition right now.
Yep, 100%. That is so true. And looking at the Liverpool, I'll like to come to Liverpool, right? I mean, it's it's really I don't know what do you call it. They are playing good and not good at the same time. The first half, usually they don't score. They try to hold the play. I mean, they don't usually do good in the first half, and then here comes the second half, and then they are winning it in their second half. Um, they haven't got punished in after I think 80 minutes. That was an interesting stats in the Premier League this whole season. So
Mhm.
they're scoring goals after 60 minutes, after 70 minutes, and winning the show. I mean, same
Right.
thing happened with Southampton. At one
Yeah.
moment, it felt like Southampton is gonna beat Liverpool, but then comes Salah scoring, doing all those kinds of work, and then there comes change in the squad. I
Right.
mean, Arne Slot makes substitution, and then now you see Liverpool all of a sudden is doing good in their attack, doing direct attack. making threat, and then Southampton, they are struggling. I mean, looking at that, I think the intensity is a real key for Liverpool this season. What do you guys think?
Yep, yep, you could say that. I mean, it's not surprising that how they have been playing in the preseason, right? And then I was telling you guys, hey, don't forget Liverpool. They are going to be in the top four, and they have been amazing since the start of the season, right? And they have lost just one game, I think, right? I believe against Nottingham Forest after
Hmm.
the start of the season, and then they have been
Mm.
winning every other games, and then in Champions League also they're in the top of the table, right?
Yeah.
And they have been phenomenal. And I mentioned right last time also we need to be sure that hey, Liverpool they have a new coach, they have a new tactical game plan. I know in
Hmm.
the middle of the park they are struggling still, but attacking gameplay they have the front three, right? And also I know you might not count much on Darwin Nunes, but there is this guy Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, and all those great players, and right in the big wall in the defense. Van Dijk, he's in good form. So I mean, everything adds up, and also Arne Slot, right? The coach they have right now, he's brilliant on his tactical standpoint, man. And there is one thing I wanted to highlight, right? So Liverpool is one of the teams that we're gonna face this week in Champions League, right? And then
And
and then and then they have already won against AC Milan in Champions League with 3-1 or something. They were like three up, and then in the one of the league grounds, right? And then AC Milan they won against us at our home, right? And then now we're going to Anfield, playing against Liverpool in this top form they are in, right? And we're struggling still in La Liga, and then we're trying to get that wins and get the 3 points in Champions League. Also, let's see how it goes, but it'll be tough for sure against Liverpool, and they're very brilliant this season. And last time also we watched their game, right? I know Arsenal Liverpool was a very head-to-head game, and there was a very tight game, and it was very brilliant game too at the same time. And then that's one of the matches that I enjoyed the most. And then next week also we have this game against City, right? They're gonna play against each other, so it'll be an interesting game too. And I'm pretty sure Liverpool will go for a win this time. The way City is struggling.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Of course. I mean, Liverpool is the. I mean, what do you call it? The favorite. I think if you if you
Surprisingly,
remember,
yes.
surprising, we were. I remember we were doing top four prediction for the Premier
Yep.
League, right?
Yep.
Was
Yep.
Mhm.
Liverpool in there? I
Yeah.
think none
For
of us.
me,
No,
for me, it was
no,
there.
yeah, for me as well. It was there.
Really?
Liverpool,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
man,
Only
you
yeah.
for
cannot.
Ujit, it was not there, I guess.
I mean,
Ujit and
even
Utsav.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For me, Liverpool wasn't there because what our thought process was like.
Yeah.
They have a new manager. Jurgen Klopp
Mm,
just left after all that years of his work, hard work, and finally, and now the team is getting a new manager.
mm,
But with the new manager, they play even better. And
Exactly.
who thinks the new manager does so good that they are leading by 8 9 points in Premier League in their first season? No one can guess that.
right.
I
And they
mean,
haven't
this is one of
lost
the.
any game, right? So that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
gonna add up to.
yeah. That is true. I
But I
mean,
think they're gonna continue this form for sure. They have been really good in the attacking positions. I know, and defending side also they're like very good. Look at Konate, man. He's really good, right? And
yeah.
then there's this chemistry they have right now, Van Dijk and Konate. They're brilliant. People have been talking about
For
Saliba and Gabriel, but they forgot about these players, and then now they're coming back with the clean sheets and wins and everything. I know they're conceding goals, but they're again scoring, so they have been good, really good.
Yeah,
yeah,
I want to
at
point it out
first,
like
yeah. Go ahead.
Mohamed Salah, right? I think
Mm.
he's doing brilliant in Liverpool right now. But I think we have been hearing some rumor that yeah, I mean, Mohamed Salah is not getting any attention from the Liverpools, and I mean, they don't want to extend his renewal. What do you think? What do you guys think about it?
Uh, I mean, he has been there for a long, long time.
I
Even
think right
if
now
he
as
wants to
well, he's
go,
the key player, right,
He is,
for
for sure.
Liverpool.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
for sure. I mean, this season, yeah, last season not so much,
Hmm.
but this season I would say he is a top player. He's even better. The celebration that he did
Hmm.
with his shirts off and all that, showing all that six packs and all, man, that was crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
he's like he's having that winning mentality this season and trying to win it. He is one of that uh, what do you call it, clutch player, they call them clutch player,
hmm,
right? Who can change the game, who can make a difference. He's always a threat to defenders. His running is so fast. He can score from outside the box, inside the box. He can score header. I mean, what else we want? He can score penalty with full confidence. I mean, that's all is needed in a player by a manager. And if Mohamed Salah leaves Liverpool, that'd be a loss, still a big loss for Liverpool. And I think he has given Liverpool enough. I would say if he even
hmm.
wants to leave, then they should be, you know, they should like give him a respect even for leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they will do that definitely. But I don't want him to leave Liverpool right now. So that's the point I was trying to talk. Because
I mean,
he's
I
been
think
doing
he will not
brilliant.
leave in the January window for sure. I mean, Liverpool will throw everything at him if he tries to leave right now, because looking at it, I mean, it might be a story that was going on before he was in this much good form, but
Mhm.
now I don't think so. It'll be a biggest surprise of the Premier League if he leaves.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. For me, he should retire at Liverpool, man. He's one of the legends at Liverpool already. He has given everything
Yep.
to the team, man, and he's still performing to the highest level. Right. At some point, when I heard that news and I read about it, I feel like it's kind of rumor and it's more towards not coming from the internal teams. But I don't know what's going on with Liverpool internally with their managing and stuff. But I think he should be there. He should be there at least more, a couple of more seasons and play for the team, and then I'm pretty sure he'll come back stronger. He's already in the top form right now, so he should not be neglected for sure. He's one of the key stars in Liverpool, and they this season they need him big time. The form he has right now in Champions League,
Mhm.
in Premier League, and any domestic leagues they're gonna play, they need him.
Yep, that is true. uh so the next game week is interesting for Premier League. Manchester City versus Liverpool
Hmm.
at Manchester City home.
Again.
And this will again dictate some of the points table in Premier League again. Another one is Chelsea versus Aston Villa, but Aston Villa recently did not perform very well, which is good. And West Ham versus Arsenal. But this is also another London derby,
Yeah, West
which can
Ham,
be
right?
interesting. Yeah,
They were pretty good today against
yeah.
Newcastle. That was surprising result as
I
well.
mean, definitely Newcastle were the favorite to win this game, but
Exactly right.
Right.
surprisingly, I mean, Newcastle can be sometime inconsistent. I mean, last season they were really good,
Hmm.
but this season I don't know, not so much. I think everybody figured out how to play with Eddie Howe, probably with this team. Uh, Manchester United have a game with Everton. This will be
Hmm.
interesting after that suck
Yeah.
Draw.
gameplay with Ipswich Town. It's Ipswich Town. I mean, this team, Ipswich Town. Ed Sheeran was there celebrating that beautiful goal from Omario Hutchinson, ex Chelsea
Hmm.
player, by the way. He's a Chelsea academy player. I was really looking forward to him to play in our first team, but unfortunately, we just bought Mudrik, and then there was Sterling. I mean,
Hmm.
he did not really got a chance. If I think he played a couple of games when Frank Lampard was there, uh, but he's a really good player. I mean, he did contributed a lot of goals and assists for
Hmm.
Ipswich Town in the championship to come into to get promoted to Premier League. and that goal was a banger. And I think one important thing, and I think United should have lost that match. I don't know how. A- Onana was
Onana, yeah,
playing like
exactly.
remember when you play in FIFA and then the keeper all automatically becomes like godlike and you can score against him. That was Andre Onana against Ipswich Town. I mean, that guy Delap was striking from like 1 yard line, and then Onana was saving everything with his
Yeah.
feet, with his hand. Man, that was so unexpected. But I think there is the second half United play um, a lot more attacking game, and I think I like that attacking game. But still, in Premier League, you gotta be consistent, and your defense needs to be good. I think that's what I think.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think?
There's a comment from our guy Red Devil. So big time United fan.
Uh
So
huh.
he's saying that that's how they are, right? So I mean, it's frustrating to see that for the fans, right? How
Hmm.
players are not evolving with the new coach. I mean, they already tried with Ten Hag, right? And it didn't happen much, right? And then
Yeah.
now with the new coach, so let's see how it's gonna be. But I'm pretty sure the new coach will have better plans, better level of technicality, and better tactics in this team. But still, the players needs to adapt and evolve. If they don't, then we're gonna see the same United for the next, I don't know, for the next 5 years.
Yeah,
True.
there needs
That is
to be
true.
the change in this squad as well. That's what I'm thinking right now. Looking at the game against Ipswich Town, it was
Mm.
not the manager problem. To be honest, okay, it was not the
Mm.
Yeah.
manager problem. It's a players problem. So they need to fix that. United team, I mean the internal team, they need to fix that, and that might lead them to the success. But
Mm.
at the moment, against Ipswich Town, making a draw, even if there was Eric Ten Hag, they would have won the match. But because of these, for the United fans, a lot of rumors coming in, like, and I think United coach he told like he hasn't spoke to the media that much, which he spoke to when he arrived at the United within 2 days. So I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
that's a pressure for the
Yeah.
coach as well. So in that point, I think if players they don't perform well, uh, we always see like there's a problem with the coach, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if there is a problem with the player as well in the Manchester United team.
Yeah, I mean, whether you agree or not, I mean, the pressure is there in Premier League. If you are a manager or player in a big team, and even in the small team also, I mean, there is a lot of pressure because people need answers whenever you lose game. If you're winning, you're
Exactly.
good, but if you start losing game, then there's a problem.
Right, right,
Everybody's
Exactly.
in a
right.
Right.
problem.
Yeah,
I mean,
like Ujit was mentioning last in our previous talks, right? United changed entire hierarchy of the internal team and also the players, right? And then the managers and even the ambassadors, they gave the coach everything he wants, even starting with the players, their staff, and everything was changed. But at the end, it I don't know, it might have taken time for Ten Hag to get everything in place, but it didn't click, right? It did not click at all. So
mhm,
those kind of stuff might impact. And also, I know we're saying it could be the issue with the players. At the same
Mhm.
time, the bigger hand here is the manager. So he needs to know which player to start, which player to give more time to, and then like rotate around the players, and then make that discipline in place. Hey, this is something we're gonna play in this next game, and then this is how we are implementing our tactical analysis, and then we are implementing this in the pitch. So I think that's something we're gonna see with Roman Omariam. But let's see how it goes, because we saw that those kind of gameplay in his Sporting, right? So he was phenomenal in that game. Every game Sporting was playing, right? And then the tactical analysis, if we can look at I was watching it, some of the other critics from their analysis. So he was very brilliant in that tactical technicality, and then his skills is very good, looking good in his sporting. But let's see, it's high intensity game again. It's Premier League, so it's going to be
Exactly.
tough for the new coach. High pressure, very much tough games, and then this is just the one game, so we're gonna see more and more from him, right? So we have a lot of games, and then we're gonna watch him and see his technicality and then all his tactics in place in the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, one another thing about Manchester United coach is the when he spoke to the media after the game. One thing he
Mm.
noted, I mean, he said at the first half, all those players that were in the pitch, they were not that confident, and then they were playing. What do you call it? Not so confident game, right? And then second half he made those changes, and all those players that were in the pitch, he said those players were confident, and then he was able to see a lot more attacking, a lot more press, and a lot more good football. So I
Right.
think given the time, if he is given good time, then he can deliver to Manchester United. I think he's a good coach. He was
Hmm.
one of the most demanded coach in Europe. Manchester United were able to secure him. I think he played for Manchester United before. That's why they had upper hand to get him. And I think he's a really, really good coach. He will just need time, and I mean, management, of course, they need to support him. You know, in a fullest instead of giving him pressure and all those things.
Hmm.
So I think he can deliver for sure.
I think in Premier League, it's not the club that gives the pressure to the coaches. It's the media, man. It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, media,
It's
media
crazy.
is
Yeah.
media is a killer, man.
So there is one comment from Red Devil again. Being one of the biggest clubs is a lot of pressure, even if we haven't won league for a decade.
Yeah, and how? Okay, that is controversial. You are saying
Yeah.
you haven't won in a decade, and then you say you are a biggest club. Shut up, man.
Yeah.
You
So
can't
there
say
is.
that. You are contradicting your own comment.
Yeah, you were the biggest club.
You
That's
were,
what you
yeah,
can
you were.
exactly.
Not so much right now.
I think looking at the history, still we can still count United as one of the biggest clubs, right?
Yeah,
But
it
they
is.
have that
Yeah.
reputation to the highest level.
Hmm.
But for the last not only few seasons, for a whole decade actually, right? And then they have been underperforming. I don't know what's not
Yeah, I mean,
working
I
for the
mean,
team with this new change, even with the staff and the way. I didn't want to bring this one, but the way Cristiano Ronaldo mentioned about the team and all those internal stuff, right, that he shouldn't have. But it kind of makes sense how United has been crappy all these years, right? And then they were underperforming with the staff, with all those hierarchies in issues with the players, managers, and all those stuff. It kind of all adds up, and then see. Um, we can finally see what's going on with United. So with this new change, and also might it it might come with a new tactician and new challenges for Ruben Amorim. So let's see how he you know what do you call provisions his plans. So let's see. It's must be interesting for the United fans like Red Devil here, right?
Hmm.
So
yeah.
let's wait and watch.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
that's all.
Very
That's
true.
all the United fans can do. Wait and watch right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And let's go into another topic I want to highlight here.
Mhm.
I think this is also kind of interesting coming into La Liga.
Hmm.
I mean, definitely Barca were looking so strong before, but
Exactly.
Kobindra, with I know where you are wearing those glasses. You are hiding your tears, man. Lamin
Yeah.
Yamal,
To the point. To the point.
It's all
Lamin
for my boy
Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
Oh
He's
my goodness.
oh my god, he got the t-shirt on.
He's the
So
he's the change maker in Barcelona. We can see it right now as well, right? So,
so he got
uh,
injured, and then all of a sudden,
mhm.
another Manchester
No,
City. Can we call?
not right now, but
Not yet.
not yet. No, it's not an embarrassing loss or anything. It was just like uh, looking at the last two games, right? So
Mhm.
I was watching closely both the games without Yamal. Barcelona, uh, I think they are just losing the possession and they're not creating the chances. That's all matters in football, right? So the more you create the chances, the more you
Hmm.
play good and you score the goals. That's what it was lacking in Barcelona team without Lamine Yamal. So this guy, we have been talking a lot throughout our podcast, right? And he's been famous all over the world. But definitely, looking at these two games, that what it reflects what Lamine Yamal is for Barcelona. Like one of my friends, he just visited in Spain as well, and he told me like there is no any other jerseys in Spain, only Lamine Yamal jerseys. So that's this guy. If he's missing the game, definitely it's like whenever Barcelona was missing Messi when they had their games in the past days, right? When Messi was playing for Barcelona, it's feeling like similar to me. Like Barcelona is lacking something without Yamal. So that's all I can say right now. Hopefully he gets back, and we're playing Champions League against Brest without him. So we'll see how it goes without him, Barcelona. And Hansi Flick, his tactics is really good, but his key man is Laviniable. That's what we can see right now. So
Right.
his
I mean,
offside trap is also getting good, but not that good at that level we had against Real Madrid. But so
but I don't think that's the case though, Kavi here, because I mean Lamine Yamal, yes, he is a key player, but in that position, if you think about it, Rafinha can play in that position, and in left flanks he can Hans Flick can introduce another player or he can convert some other player. So it's I think Hans Flick he will deliver despite not having Lamine Yamal, but having Lamine Yamal is really
no,
impactful for Barcelona. I
uh,
think,
exactly.
especially
Like if
when
you
when
if
it
you,
comes
if
to
you
competing with Real Madrid.
Yeah, exactly. If you watch closely, right, the Barcelona games, Rafinha, he's not the creator. He's a finisher. If you clearly watch the game, he has been getting the assists, and he's really clinical this season for
Yeah.
Barcelona. So if he's playing on the left wing and he has to create the chances for Lewandowski, that does not gonna work for Barcelona at the moment. So he is the spotlight, Rafinha. He's the one who scores the goal for Barcelona at the moment, right? If he gets a chance, he definitely scores. So I think Rafinha playing on the Lamine Yamal side, like you said, it's that's not the case, but it's the case because Lamine Yamal playing on that side and creating the chances for the Rafinha. That's what it was mattering against all the big teams we played for like a month or so, and we've been winning a lot of games, right? So yes, for me, it's Lamine Yamal that's Barcelona is missing right now.
Is it like reincarnating of Lionel Messi 2012-13 era?
Uh, exactly. Why not?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet, but
No,
yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but he's been really good, right? Not only in one platform. I mean, like not only in La Liga, or he's been doing really good in Euros as well with the different. I mean, national team. He's been the key player, yeah,
Mhm.
for this Spain. So we can see some difference there. So
Right,
Yeah.
right.
hopefully, uh,
They call him he is blessed by Messi.
yeah, we saw the
That
pictures as
picture where
well.
that picture where
Exactly.
Messi and Lamine Yamal, the tiny kid,
Uh-huh,
in
uh-huh.
one of the I think it was one of the promotion picture. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, and talking about Barcelona also, right, at the same time. After that sensational performance against Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, I
exactly.
mean, Barca should be winning every other games. That's what I thought, right? They have that
What we thought,
mentality,
exactly.
right? And then what when you have that number of games, including international breaks and all those, home leagues and then Champions League and all those lot of games, it'll be tough for the big teams to continue at the same level. That's what's happening in City. That's what's happening with Barcelona. That's what's happening with Real Madrid at the same time. You see, number of injuries in the team, right? And then whenever there's a lot of games, there players are always prone to injuries, right? That's what's happening in every other big clubs right now, and that's what happened to Lamine Yamal. That's what happened to Rodri. That's what happened
Mhm.
to my guy Rodrigo. and all the other key players, they're missing all the games, right? And then teams are underperforming, and that's going to add up. And I think for Hansi Flick, he should not be dependent with Lamine Yamal. I know Lamine Yamal is a wonder kid.
Hmm.
He's phenomenal. He plays really spectacular in the pitch, but at the same time, I think Hansi Flick as a whole Barcelona team, he has good technicality. He has good tactics in the team. He has a lot of good players in the team, like Ferran Torres. And
Hmm.
right now we have Casado. He got red carded, but he'll be back. And he has all other great players in the pitch that he can rotate around and play with the team. But I think Barcelona still has a great team in their hands. Even without Lamine Yamal, they can win all the games with Hansi Flick. It's all the mentality of the coach than the players.
Hmm.
I can see in Barcelona right now.
Yep, yep. And you know, I wanted to ask this question always. I mean, as I have Barcelona fan and Real Madrid fan here, who is the best Premier League? As a Premier League.
Bro, go to Premier League,
Bro,
man.
you stick to Chelsea, boy.
Oh man,
You always thinking about Chelsea, huh?
yeah, man, Chelsea in my blood. but but I was going to ask, who is the best player in La Liga? Vinicius Junior or Lamine Yamal, and why?
Uh,
I know your answer would be for people it's Vinicius, and for Kobe it will be Lamine Yamal. But why do
no,
you
no, no.
think?
I wouldn't say Lamine Yamal right now, okay? Because we have to see, because Vinicius, the performance he has been performing, I mean, last two
So
years or
so you
so.
are saying Vinicius Junior is the best player in the La Liga right now?
It's he's not only in the La Liga, he's the
Yeah,
best
that's what
player
I
in
was
the
gonna say.
world. No, he's the best player in the world, right? So it's not like in the
Man,
La
no
Liga
way.
or anything. He's the best player. I mean, the way he plays is he just demolishes all the defenders, right? So uh, we know how Vinicius Junior was back in 2 3 years ago, and how he's
Mm.
right now. So looking at the progress, I think right now Vinicius is really good player, and beside that, Lamine Yamal, I think he's just like he's just playing for like a year, and so we cannot really judge him right now. But I would put like Vinicius on the top and Lamine Yamal on the second at the moment. But definitely after 2 3 years, Lamine Yamal will be on the very top, and Vinicius will be on the bottom over there for comparing those two players.
Right.
Yeah. And then here in the comment section, we have someone saying, "Talk about Manchester City. Is it player injuries?" Or because yeah, we already covered that earlier. And then I think, I mean, to answer that question, I think we said it's probably, I mean, going through all that talk, I think injuries is the reason, and then not so much with the coach, because I think Pep Guardiola, he always wants to win the game,
Hmm.
but injuries, Rodri is a big blunder for them, and then also Kevin De Bruyne not able to play with his in his full fitness is also another reason, and there are some other injuries related thing as well. But I think intensity is also another great thing that is lacking in that team right now.
Yep.
Golden Yamal era. Yeah, I mean Yamal, he's still signing again, but I think we are pretty much fixed on that answer, that Vinicius Junior is best in the Premier. I mean La Liga right now.
No,
Yeah,
he's
it's what I want to
no,
say
he.
on
Just
top
a La
of.
Go
Liga,
ahead.
or overall in UCL and Europe as well. I mean
Yeah,
I would not say in the South
country. No, I
America
wouldn't
though.
say in the country. Yeah, exactly.
South
In the
America
country,
though.
not, but
Yeah, I
in the
don't know what
leagues,
happens to him.
yes.
He always chokes when playing from Brazil.
Yeah, I think it's a level of intensity in the game, right? And then the physicality they have in South American games, it's different, totally different when you play Champions League versus La Liga versus some international games in Brazil with South American teams. And one point I wanted to add, right? I know the Kavi already answered my answered the thing that I wanted to say, but he's Vinicius Junior, of course. Lamine Yamal is Yamal right now. He's very good, and he has been playing really good at Barcelona, and all those assists and all those clutch goals he has been scoring. Right, he has been brilliant. But when you compare it to Vinicius Junior right now, at this moment, I think Vinicius Junior will have to go, like in the first place, because the also the stats talk, right? He has, I think, 12 goals and 8 assists out of 18 games this season. So that's a lot of goals and assists for our left forward, right? And then still, whenever he carries the ball, he's the biggest threat in that pitch, and he needs all the teams needs to defend, at least have two or three defenders lined up for him whenever he carries that ball towards the goal line, to get that assist or score the chances or finish the chances. I think that's what's gonna add up, and then also the runs he makes, right, and for the long balls or through passes, any kind of cutbacks or anything, he the technicality he has right now and the skills, all the dribble skills they have with Vinicius Junior right now, it's brilliant, man. He has been spectacular right now, and in this season as well. Last season we already saw how good was he, right, and then this season also coming back with the fitness and level of performance he's putting in the pitch. It's brilliant to see that.
Yep, yep, that is true. And then going moving forward to Champions League, the biggest game that is back again. Always. I mean, how many times Liverpool and Real Madrid have met in the in this span of 5 to 6 years? Many times. I mean, it has been like what do you call it, tradition.
Right.
Mohamed Salah is still there, though. I mean, lots of player had changed in Real Madrid squad, but
Hmm.
Mohamed Salah is still there. I mean, defenders, Alexander Trent, Virgil van Dijk, they're still there. Robertson is still there, but lots of players have changed. So, I mean, what does it mean for Real Madrid going to face Liverpool people
I
in
think the
Champions
history
League?
talks, right? So we have been facing with them multiple times, and then like we already talked about this. When we were predicting the top eight who gonna be and which will be the biggest games, and then I called that once in that previous talks that I mentioned. Hey, I want to see Madrid versus Liverpool again. We had that game last season, 2 season back when we won the Champions League again last season when we won the Champions League, and we that every game when we face against Liverpool, I know it will be a tough game. They are really good. Last season they were not that good, but this season they're really good. And then I think when it goes to Champions League this season, we're kind of shaky. Our team the chemistry is not 100% yet. It's not there yet, right? So you can already see in the games in La Liga also. And talking about this game, for Real Madrid perspective, it's one of the biggest game because we need to get this 3 point. Otherwise, we need to go for that playoff, right? Two more games, and if we don't win this, and let's see how it goes. But it's not looking good at Champions League right now for Real Madrid. And then last game also, it was really hard for us to get the win against Leganes in La Liga, where Vinicius Junior was trying to play at number 9, and Mbappe switching the position to a left flank as a left forwarder, right? And then I was happy to see Mbappe scoring in that game, and he deserves it, man. And this guy, young kid, Arda Güler, what a player he is, right? He has been spectacular in that right flank, right? Just like how Rodrigo used to play. The starting lineup was 4-4-2. That's what I'm expecting for the game against Liverpool as well. It's going to be tight because Vinicius Junior is out injured and he won't be available for a Liverpool game. I wanted to see him in that game, but he's not going to be there. He's out injured with a muscle injury. And if Arda Güler is going to play, I think Brahim Diaz is going to start that game because since Rodrigo will be still out, but I still need to check if he's going to be there with the team or not. But I think looking at the squad, Rodrigo will be out still. So we'll just have the one and only Mbappe. So we need him. We need him hungry. We need him, ready to
Man,
score that bangers. We need him to be in the
no,
right
no,
time, right
he's
position.
definitely going to disappoint you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Mark my
Looking at the
words.
form.
Yeah, mark my words. He will disappoint you guys. Without, I think Vinny is the main
The
man for
yeah,
Real Madrid.
Yeah,
the
for sure,
only
for
Vinicius
sure.
Junior is the
thing
main
Vinny.
man.
the only thing that might make him better is the freedom he will have, right? Without it, because there was Vinicius Junior, they have to pass to each other. That was not the freedom there. But against Liverpool, he will have that freedom. He will be given
Yeah,
all the responsibilities to take the ball forward. That
right.
might change the game. But looking at the current form of Mbappe,
Form of Real Madrid. I mean,
I wouldn't,
not only
I wouldn't be
Mbappe,
surprised.
I would say the current form of Real Madrid. It's really hard to say, but I mean Liverpool on the other hand, they are not so great in their first half play. Like I said, right, they are doing all these, you know, last minute goals and then bringing their attacking game in the second half. Those kind of
Right.
things make it neck to neck game still.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I mean Mbappe, he's not the same Mbappe who was there before he played with Messi and Neymar. I mean, I think Messi and Neymar changed him for some reason. I don't know if it was his own fault or something. Bro has never been same after that.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, he still scored a lot of goals, but it's a French league, as usual. But coming back to the Champions League, he's always choking and then not doing so good. But I mean, it, being the main man in the Real Madrid is really different. It's not like you are playing from PSG. It's a lot
Mhm.
of pressure, and it might take him time to get it adjusted in that. But still, I don't see that playing. I mean, even Hazard, he was a good player. He went there right from Chelsea, and then he was not able to deliver there because Real Madrid is not just a club. It's a whole football. Lots of history and lots of big players played for Real Madrid, and then people. I mean, thinking about only that, I think it's tough. But still, Mbappe. I think he is not going to deliver with Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to the main guy, I think main guy was already in Real Madrid. I talked about this last time too, right? So
Main
he
guy.
was already there. And then Mbappe, I know it was an add-on for us, but he's not performing. He's really underperforming right now. And I think our big loss for us, like I mentioned, was Toni Kroos for sure, who's not. I don't just blame Mbappe right now in Real Madrid. The whole chemistry, whole gameplay in Real Madrid is not there like we had last season, or the previous seasons, right?
Mhm.
So it's not clicking yet. Even in the midfield, the holding gameplay is not there. Luka Modric is losing his touch, and the gameplay is not being controlled from the midfield. That's how it used to be in Real Madrid when Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo were making that comeback, and then all those assists, clutch assists from our key players. It's not there yet. So one point I want to highlight here about Real Madrid is this guy, the key player right now for us to control the midfield is none other than this guy, a Turkish player, Arda Güler. He
Yeah.
needs to be there, supplying passes, supplying those many assists, and then creating chances from that right flank, right? And then this guy deserves playtime at Madrid. I hope Carlo knows this, right? Because this guy needs to be in the pitch. Look at the games he played with Turkey, with his international team. Look at how many assists and goals he has scored, and look at how he has been playing there, right? Those many chances he is creating in that game, in that pitch. We need those kind of talent in the pitch rather than just warming up in the um,
Yeah.
bench.
Totally.
But just mark my word, we're gonna witness if he gets that play time. That what I'm saying, right? If we gonna get those many play times in the starting lineup, and also maybe second half, right? Or give him some close to 60 minutes after, and he if he's there for the team for Real Madrid playing those many times in the time and in the game, then we're gonna witness more of the what do you call martial class from that young kid in the pitch with Real Madrid. But yeah,
Yeah, and
that's what I'm
I
hoping for.
think Ancelotti can use him as use him in different position as well. I think he's kind of versatile player who can pass the ball forward. So he can probably play Bellingham and then on the behind Bellingham to supply those passes.
Hmm.
But he'll need a backup CDM to cover the defense. So I mean, it's really hard place for Ancelotti to add him there. But yeah, like you said, he is really really good. I saw his game playing for national team as well, and then I mean, couple of times with Real Madrid. With he has not got that much of time with Real
Right.
Madrid, but he should be. He does deserve that. I mean, I remember Odegaard in the same situation, right? And then lots of other players like Kovacic. But I mean, we should not compare them. But Odegaard, look at him playing in Arsenal. He's that caliber of player. He's a big player. I mean, right now they could have really used Odegaard as well, if you think about it, right?
Right.
But I mean, it's but it's a truth that everyone has to accept, because you cannot just put Articular in front of Bellingham, because Bellingham was there to save Real Madrid last season, with all those crazy comebacks and all those goals. So, I mean, he is that caliber of a player. So, I mean, it's really hard place for Ancelotti there in terms of playing Articular, but
Right. Yeah. With Rodrigo and Vinny Jr. out, I think Arda Güler should be there. That's what happened with Rodrigo out in the last game, and then he was there for the whole 90 minutes, and he was phenomenal in that game. Those many dribbles, those many chances he has created. Right. He was very good in that game, and I'm hoping to see him against Liverpool as well. And we don't have Shumani again, right? And Eder Militao out. We have this new guy, Asensio, new Asensio, center back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So he has been supplying those assists for out of nowhere, just like how Kubarsi used to do it, right? So it's kind of competition going on there from the center backs, man. I don't know.
Kovacic.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
Yep.
was I was looking at the Real Madrid game and I was hearing Asensio. Oh my God, who is this Asensio again? Yeah, yeah. Commentators they were pointing out like a lot of the times in that game, right?
right,
So yeah, he might be the emerging player for Real
right.
Madrid
With
as well.
either Militao out,
Hmm.
out injured, right? He's again out with ACL, and then he's gonna be out for like a couple of months. Looks like.
Yeah.
So I think Asensio and what can I say for this guy Valverde? Man, he's now again with the right back. So so he got us covered there, and then he was very good. And then that set piece finish from him with the driven goal, it was really good on that last game. So he's there for the
Right.
team as a captain, supporting us, and then supporting the team, and then giving everything for the team for every position. He has that covered. And since Suman is out, I think Kamavinga will start for us against Liverpool. And just like I said, Bellingham will be there. And the front three, I'm more expecting towards Mbappe in the left, and our guy Brahim Diaz on the right. So it'll be 4-4-2 with Brahim Diaz and Mbappe at the front, and our guy Arda Güler needs to be there in that center mid position to supply those ball to the box.
Awesome. So I would like to get off on this Liverpool and Real Madrid topic with the score predictions
Hmm.
for us. What do you think is the score prediction for you people?
For me, like I said, history talks. So 3 Madrid, 1 Liverpool.
Okay, three for Real Madrid and one for Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Kobe?
For me, it's a three for Liverpool and one for Real Madrid.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Liverpool as well, but it will be a tight game for me. I think because it's always tussle and hustle with Real Madrid and Liverpool, so it'll be one for Liverpool and zero for Real Madrid. It'll be a tight game.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go with the Barcelona here. They are playing Brest. I mean, I think you are hoping a win on that one at least, right?
Yeah, always as a fan, we always hope for a win. So I think you also hope for a
That
win
should
for
be. I
Chelsea
mean,
as well, right? That's the
no. I mean,
straightforward answer. But I mean,
looking because
like you said,
earlier you were
uh,
crying. Your mom is not there. That's why.
no, I
I just
wasn't
wanted
crying. Definitely, I'm not crying here. Okay.
to.
So yeah, definitely, it's gonna be a good game. I think Brest, although they have been underperforming in their league games, but they have been overperforming in the Champions League games.
Champions League. Yeah.
So definitely, it will be a good game for Barcelona, and we'll secure a win. uh,
Yeah.
against
Yeah,
Brest because it's in Barcelona home. So yeah, we are pretty confident on that, and we've been doing good in the Champions League as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think this should be Barcelona favorite, but you never know. Champions League, it's always interesting.
exactly, there's a lot of
Yeah.
tons and twists, but
And another big game is Bayern Munich and PSG.
mm,
Uh, I mean, both of the team
that's,
looking shaky, right? So this will be an interesting. I think this will be a neck to neck game again,
yeah.
right?
So both
Because
of
Bayern
them,
is
they have
still.
been performing good in their league games, right? But they
Mhm.
haven't been able to show their ability in the Champions League games. So definitely it will be neck to neck. But since Bayern Munich, I think they are playing in home, right? So
Yeah, I stay home.
yeah, definitely they will have a good, I'll go with Bayern Munich on that one instead of PSG.
So
yeah,
who
for
is your
sure.
favorite on for you people? Bayern Munich again?
Yeah, Bayern Munich always. The way Harry Kane is performing, and even in the last game, he got a hat trick, right? Yeah, he got a hat trick with a
Yeah,
pen, two pen, and
yeah,
then that
Two pain, yeah.
control. Man, that control and finish. Did you see that from Harry
yeah,
Kane?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That
And I
was
was
In
watching.
in front of
Yeah,
the
next level.
goalie, I think goalie he was confused. How did he do that, right?
yeah. Everyone is confused. Even the player who made that assist was confused. How did you control it and get that finish? And that was like in the end of the hour of the game. So it was surprising to see that control and finish. And then there was a meme: 99 control, 1% finish.
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
was
saw that.
that
Yeah,
was something else.
yeah. That goal totally um deserves the goal because of the control. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
for sure, for sure. And then yeah, I think they're gonna win this game against PSG as well. I know PSG has been doing good in the
Yeah, yeah.
league
I
games,
think
but
that's a
for sure, yeah.
Bayern Munich is
PSG
going to
is
be favorite
lacking
for me as well.
Mbappe. That's all.
And
In front of the
another
PSG
interesting
fans.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Another interesting one I would like to go quickly is just I just want you guys to say who will be your favorite to win Aston Villa versus Juventus.
Juventus.
Juventus, Kobe.
Mhm. I will go with Juventus as well.
Okay, for me, it's gonna be Aston Villa.
Hmm.
Not biased with Premier League, but I mean they have been good. So
Right.
it's a neck to neck game, but I think
Yeah.
Aston Villa is
So
slightly
you haven't watched
favorite.
Juventus most likely. They have been
I
brilliant.
mean, their player is really playing really good, but it's Aston Villa home. That's why I'm giving it to
Okay.
Aston Villa. And Arsenal and Sporting. What about this one? I think Ruben Amorim is has
Ah,
left Sporting and is in
yeah,
United.
exactly.
So I think Arsenal has advantage there.
Right. Arsenal for
Big
sure.
Yeah.
big time advantage. Not only
Yeah.
advantage. So the
Yeah.
Arsenal is the favorite there.
What about Leverkusen and Salzburg?
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen for sure.
Yeah, Leverkusen for me as well. I think those are the one interesting ones. I don't know if there is any other ones. That's
Well,
the
where's Chelsea?
that's the
No, I was just playing.
yeah. Constantly
After
reminding
a couple
us.
of years.
No,
What
no, we will
next
come there
next season, right?
next year for
Is
sure. Yeah, next year
next
for
season
sure.
he's really excited for
Okay.
next
Yeah,
season. I know.
yeah, 100%. All right, I think okay. My video is gone. Okay, I think we can wrap it up here. Thank
Hmm.
you very much for watching us. If you like our content, subscribe us, hit follow. We'll be soon in Instagram and TikTok, so keep supporting us. We'll come
Yep.
up with more, most interesting contents, and we'll bring some guests as well. I think Red Devil here definitely needs to come in.
Yeah.
You know, I need some good discussion from him.
For
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
we'll
Healthy
get some
ones,
guests too, right?
unhealthy
Yeah.
ones.
It's been boring for us as well, just three of us talking. So if we have one of the guests, oh my god, that's gonna be it's
Yep.
gonna be fire here.
All right. Thank you guys then. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.
Stop. What, brother? Ki ho raha hai?
छैन अझै स्टप गरेँ स्टप हान्दिउँ है
Mm.
यताबाट स्टप हान्दा नि त हुन्छ होला स्टप यहाँ हान्दै ल मैले फेरि उता सबले गर्नुपर्ने हो कि